Content and influencers and celebrities reaching critical mass in an interesting way, in that I think more and more as time develops, we're going to see less people that are popular for the sake of being popular. It's not going to be like being back in high school and the nerds are kind of categorized into this section and the jocks become the cool ones. To be cool now, you have to be somebody that's creating something, somebody that's collaborating with others, and someone who's creating content that's worthwhile. So it's not just cool for cool's sake, but it's making paradigms, and it's shifting culture, but it's also shifting the way the world thinks. And if you look at the program that was directed by Leroy Radebe called The People versus the Rainbow Nation, it speaks to that, where young people weren't trying to be cool for the sake of being cool, with the inception of the whole thing, which started at Rhodes and moved to UCT and then moved to fees and then got co-opted by the DA because Zuma must fall. Thanks, Helen. Thanks, Musi. We're okay. And that was the danger of the co-opting of a movement like that. And like I've shown you now with Adidas, it's becoming more important that the content you're creating is independent, it's thought out, and it speaks to the trueness of whoever you may be as a person. And this is one of my favorite quotes that I kind of use all the time, is that Tetris taught me that when you try to fit in, you'll disappear. And that's exactly what happens with the holy trinity of social media, the internet, and content creation with young people, is that the more original you are, or the more yourself you are, the more you stand out automatically. And that's what's beginning to make, I think, a lot of the brands that I consult with and work with very nervous, because it's not necessarily broken down into teens, tweens, young adults in the sense of how things are consumed. I've got a 5-year-old nephew and a 16-year-old niece, and I've got people of various ages that are consuming the same things. They're watching the Game of Thrones, they're on Snapchat, they're on Facebook. So it's becoming less about the age gap and more about a thought process. So how do you get people that are like-minded and who consume the same things to consume the product that you want? And because it's not limited to age per se, it's going to give people a lot more, not leg room, but a lot more work to do, because you have to think about how you're marketing and advertising and talking to young people versus just saying, well, tweens like SpongeBob SquarePants. It's no longer the case.